One of the last to go in, seeking to do the double that Baronet did in 78 and 80. But they're on their way, and they have 9 furlongs ahead of them, a real cavalry charge. They come out of the store, Grandmaster showing good early pace with its Jubran and Rambo's Hall right up the front with Big Blue. So settling down after a furlong, Jubran is now the leader. Then comes Big Blue. Big Blue is followed by Cumbrian Challenge. Then comes Reviv, Rambo's Hall, Vague Dancer. Just Scales of Justice just towards the middle division, Desert Splendor, but towards the rear of the field I can see Eclipsing, Dawaahi and Brilliant, and also My Fontaine. And so they cover the first quarter mile, and it's Jubran who takes them along, being followed then by Big Blue, then just also right on the near side, Marine Diver, Grandmaster also just in behind the leaders. Meanwhile, towards the far side is Scales of Justice, and so still Jubran with the overall lead with about 5.5 furlongs to go, being tracked then by Cumbrian Challenge, then also Asarif up on the outside, racing now towards the final half mile. Jubran, who's made all the running with Jackie Houston still at the head of affairs, being trapped by Madafa in the centre, Reviv with a white face, and towards the far side Asarif, and so that's the order. Back to Rawley.
Past halfway now in the Cambridgeshire. Jubran still from Cumbrian Challenge moving into contention. Revis still there, ASF on the outside, wider still Scales of Justice, widest of all is Eclipsing on the near side, just in after Jubran, who still has the advantage on the rails. I can see Marine Diver, Montpelier Boy unleashing a run too. Rambo's Hall is prominent in the centre looking for racing room, but Revif now has come through to dispute it. Revif, Cumbrian Challenge, Eclipsing, these are the principals, followed by Montpelier Boy coming in the great run on the near side, and after them Marine Diver tracking those leaders is Gru Exceptionnel. Brilliant is still last, but it's Rambo's Hall now. The Rambo's Hall who's burst through to take it up, and right over on the far side Malotti coming well too, but it's Rambo's Hall in front, bidding to win his second Cambridgeshire. Lester Piggott is in second on Montpelier Boy, and then Dubroton coming well, but it's Rambo's Hall wins his second Cambridgeshire. Third second, Montpelier Boy, Dubroton, and then came Dawaahi. After these, Revif and Barford Lad and Malotti. Sandtable midfield with Lucky Guest, also My Fontaine, the back markers Mudafar and Desert Splendor. But Rambo's Hall has justified this fantastic gamble. The 9-2 favourite wins his second Cambridgeshire and completes a marvellous season of triumph for his trainer Jeremy Glover, who's placed this horse to such effect. The result then of the William Hill Cambridgeshire, its first, number 5, Rambo's Hall, owned by Mr. D. Dixon. There he is, winning again, not quite so easily as he won 3 years ago, but easily enough. Close for second there with Dubroton on the outside of Montpelier Boy, and from this angle it looks as though Montpelier Boy has hung on for second ahead of Dubroton. Over on the far side, that looks like Dawaahi in the yellow jacket, and after Dawaahi, I guess that was Cru Exceptionnel, and then Barford Lad also in the picture there over on the far side. Malotti there just coming into the picture in the black and pink. But the winner, Rambo's Hall. Second was number 11, Montpelier Boy for me. It's a photo though. Third, number 28, Dubroton, and in fourth place in the Cambridgeshire, Dawaahi. Rambo's Hall, who looked to have a bit of a job to get through about 2 furlongs out, eventually found a nice gap, came through, and once he was sent about his business by Dean McEwen, the favourite Storm Clear, and once again Dean McEwen delighted to be able to salute his second Cambridgeshire.
What a triumph for Jeremy Glover, who sold this horse for £100,000 to America, then bought him back for only £25,000, and has brought him back now to just the form he was in 3 years ago. He was on slightly better at the weights. He was slightly in better at the weights than 3 years ago. There was just one slight nasty moment when it looked as though Dean McEwen might have a little bit of trouble finding a way through. Just now, I suppose, it may have looked all right to him, but for Rambo's Hall's backers, there didn't seem to be too much room. But now, a lovely heaven-sent gap opens up, and from here on, well, he does have to be properly shaken up, but there's really not very much doubt.
I thought just for a second that maybe he was going to interfere with Montpelier Boy, but Dean McEwen straightened the horse up, had a lovely run, tracked a Cumbrian Challenge for most of the way. Reviv ran well there with his weight down the middle of the course, but as they've met the rising ground, Rambo's Hall had already gone a couple of lengths clear. Montpelier Boy chasing him, but was never ever going to get there. And then just coming on out of your picture, Double Entendre, the filly of Mike Bell's. But Rambo thought this is outstanding training performance by anybody's standards.
No wonder Dean hailing the crowd